Welcome back. Several people did point out, like, completely missed him here. Like, just blended in with the seat for me. I don't know. Orcus Tower's presence is so overwhelming that I can feel it towering over me even without my vision. The IBC building is destroyed, yet the city already has a new symbol to take its place. Perhaps I'm overthinking it. I don't think you're overthinking it at all, mate. Anyway, let's, edit to where I should be. The raid on the city has heightened tensions between us and the major powers. According to the rumors, both will begin putting on large military demonstrations near the borders. This feels just like how it was before the non-aggression pact was signed. The third company was wiped out during the occupation at mines. Even the rescue units suffered heavy losses. Some armored cars were also destroyed. In the end, the total damage to the CGF is incalculable. Those damn Jaegers. Can't let them get away with this. The damage caused in the recent chain of attacks on Crossbell is incalculable. Those damn Jaegers. A lot of my comrades were hurt during the battle over by mines. If only we had tanks, we wouldn't have suffered the losses we did. Crossbell has to become independent. It's the only way I'll be able to protect Stella and everyone else I hold dear. Hey, Morale. Looks like you have your hands full. The fortress has been more active than usual for a while now. This tension is unprecedented. The only time that comes close was 2 years ago, before the signing of the non-aggression pact. Is it that bad? Can't believe it. Better keep yourself safe, Morale, you hear me? I know. I can handle things here. I was unsure what to do after the attack, but I've decided to return home to the Empire. I don't know what I'd do if something like that happened again. I'm sure you'll be fine over in the Empire. Nothing bad will happen there. No matter what tricks the Empire pulls, we'll never back down. I won't let my allies' deaths be in vain. Unsurprisingly, a lot of tourists have been leaving Crossbell due to the state of heightened tensions we've been in. It's been disaster after disaster recently. I can't blame them for leaving. Yeah, it's just been a hell of a year for Crossbell. Just returned from shipping out some supplies. Crossbell Station is still in chaos. Given what happened, I could hardly be called surprising. The situation here at the border is getting pretty sticky. Wish there were Erebonian guild branches we could turn for help. Unfortunately, thanks to the pressure from the Imperial government, there are hardly any branches left open in the Empire. There are great braces there too, but given the state of the organization there, we can't count on their help at all. It's a shame, really. If the Erebonian branches were still open, the guild could be mediating right now to help find a peaceful resolution. Fortunately, thanks to the pressure from the Imperial government, the branches are closed and we're without backup. We could cut the atmosphere here with a knife, it's so thick. They're not the only ones. The guild is feeling the pressure from the sake of the civilians too. Our current relationship with the Empire is a lot like it was before the signing of the non-aggression pact. He even pointed those terrible railway guns at us again during the attack on the conference. So scared. It does get mentioned. Hope that never happens again. Before the non-aggression pact was signed, the Empire would bring out its railway guns during military exercises. That never happens again. So it's just offhandedly mentioned. I would have liked to have stayed and enjoyed Crossbell a little longer. Mother says it's too dangerous though. See, now I'm thinking very much that idea of like, so they knew it happened, but it's just that case of they probably brushed it off as a situation, because they wouldn't have known what was going on in the actual details and the minutiae of what was going on with the railway cannons being pointed. So they probably just thought it was something to do with the trade conference and everything going on there. Maybe. Even a week since that incident, tensions still haven't calmed down. I have to get my daughter out of Crossbell as soon as possible. After they were done terrorizing Crossbell, the Red Constellation flew off in an airship. Not even the CGF's anti-air radar could track it. Guess with enough capital you can buy whatever technology you want. What kind of an enemy has Crossbell made? They say the Red Constellation's airship was invisible to the CGF's radar. Guess for enough capital, you can buy whatever technology you want. Pretty much, yeah. We got that one? Yes. Let's go up first, seeing as we're so close. Thanks to the raid and the topic of independence, things are as tense here as they were before the non-aggression pact was signed. If relations with the Empire reach a breaking point, it's possible that the railway guns will be deployed again. Just the fact of saying again. Is there no way for us to avoid conflict with Erebonia and Calvard? So it's like they clearly knew they'd been deployed. It was sort of like maybe it was a regular thing in the past, and they dismissed it as that. Because again, they probably don't know the details of what happened. Yet even Commander Bowles has been absorbed in thought. What I've heard, Mayor Croy and Speaker McDowell are talking about reorganizing the CGF. Between that and the two major powers breathing down our necks, we've got more on our plates than we can handle. Supposedly it was the Empire that bankrolled the Jaeger Corps that raided Crossbell City. That's what the rumors are saying, at least. No matter how it came about, I won't forgive anyone who killed my fellow guardsmen. If that's a fight the Empire wants, then it's a fight they'll get. That seemed different. The Empire's preparing for large-scale military exercises just across the border. Screw them. If they want to pick a fight, then I'll give them one. I think the time will come. The time will come. Of course, morale's not there. Well, go in. Triple dot. Is something on your mind, Commander Bowles? Yes. Just thinking about the pending reorganization of the CGF. Be some time until we've fully recovered from the losses we sustained on the Mines Mountain path. I was afraid of that. You look troubled, Seeker. Are you second-guessing your decision to return to active duty? No, that's not it. I'll admit part of me does feel guilty for being the only one stepping away from the SSS while things are getting so busy. It's alright, Noel. We understand. I would gladly welcome your help in rebuilding the CGF. However, it isn't something I'm demanding. Would you prefer me to have your reinstatement postponed? No, I've made my decision. At the end of today, Sergeant Major Noel Seeker will be returning to active duty with the CGF. We'll miss her. Very well. But until then, you're still a member of the Special Sports Section. Finish all your remaining work there, so you can leave without regrets. Understood? Yes, Mom. I gladly welcome your help in rebuilding the CGF, Seeker. Finish all your remaining work with the SSS, so you can leave without regrets. Understood? Yes, Mom. Doubt there's anything out here. Yeah. You never know, sometimes there's randomly an NPC out there. Right, so where's next up on our list? To the car! Okay, nothing there, nothing there. Don't Crossbell Cathedral, let's check Rosenberg Studio. Because you never know. Maybe you'll have more questions. But I doubt it, but won't know unless we check. Get to see what's shut. Keep out. Okay, nothing. Right, so... Just make him aware of me and then he can run off. Okay, car. Mine... I wonder if it's worth checking like the Moon Temple and stuff like that, but... I feel like we'll probably be going there in future. With the bells and stuff. When the Jaegers rolled into town, I thought we were done for. The CGF came to save us, but they were getting knocked down one after another. For some reason, the Jaegers left us and our stuff alone, though. Why were they even here? What were those Jaegers even doing here in the first place? Diversion. Did you come to Mines for business today, Mr. Hayworth? That I did. I came to drop off the produce I purchased from America Village. The townspeople have been in shock ever since the occupation. No, there weren't any casualties. Just left behind a lasting impact. Times like these, there isn't much a trader like I can do. I want to do what little I can to bring smiles back to their faces. All us here in Mines are depressed thanks to those Jaegers squatting in our town. Just concerned about the rest of them, but there's no use being depressed about it forever. Me and the miners' only redeeming qualities are lively attitudes. We've got a duty to cheer everyone up. Indeed. It ain't worthwhile unless you smile. Daddy says no matter what happens, you'll always feel better when you're smiling. Ooh, that was different. Hope everyone in town perks up soon. So do I. Get up the stairs. My husband was injured during the occupation. He's okay now, but I was still worried sick when it happened. So scared when my husband was hurt. Thank goodness he's already back on his feet and working. I'm proud of him for being brave, but I want him to be safe, too. Indeed. We finally resumed mining operations yesterday. There's a lot to think about when it comes to the future of Crossbell, but for now, I'll just focus on mining. In the end, I'm only a miner. It's like the chief always says, a miner's got to dig. Waitress at the bar, Luca, was terrified while the town was being occupied. I'm better at mining than I am at consoling, so I don't know if I helped her at all. Do hope she cheers up soon, though. Remembered something about that Jaeger's leader's daughter who was holed up in mines. She's in mines away back, stocking up on a ton of septium. I think such a young girl made mincemeat of the CGF. Still can't believe it. I think such a young girl made mincemeat of the CGF, I still can't believe it. It's the stuff of nightmares, man. First mines gets occupied and the Crossbell City gets raided right after. Must be something I can do to help mines in Crossbell City. I'm just a mediocre miner, though. What could someone like me even do? Work hard. Keep working hard. When mines is occupied, we tried to drive the Jaegers out of town. When we confronted them, they whooped our asses. My hips are still aching. My injury wasn't too serious, but that didn't stop Miranda from giving me an earful about how I was too rash. I'm just glad the other miners and the townsfolk are all safe. Allowing Jaegers to take over the town was a disgrace for us miners. Next time those bastards come around, they'll be sorry. Not only did they occupy mines, they attacked the city as well. Next time those bastards come around, they'll be sorry. Oh my, what are you gonna do? Like seriously, what would you do? People are saying the occupation here and raid in the city were Imperial maneuvering to make Crossbell retract its independence proposal. Innocent people were hurt and lives lost among the CGF. Sacrificing lives for the sake of political gain is unforgivable. People are saying the occupation here in the raid, Imperial government. Okay. In the end, those mercenary goons didn't lay a hand on our people or our food supply. Sure, we're freaked out the whole time, but compared to the CGF, our damages were nothing. What were they trying to accomplish here? That's what I don't get. Jaeger's just what were they after? Don't get it at all. I do. Heiyue and I are helping around here to clean up the damage of the occupation. We completed the monster extermination request for the surrounding area, so hopefully that won't be a concern for a while. Emotional scars inflicted on the townsfolk won't heal anytime soon, though. At this point, they can hardly sleep at night. After consulting with Mikhail, we decided to stay here for a while longer than originally planned. That's nice. St. Ursula's busier than usual thanks to the raid. Trying to take care of as many patients here as I can to ease their load. It's hard for me, but times like this, got to divide and conquer. I'm taking responsibility for many patients here in mines as I can. Times like these make me glad that I've got my medical license. When the town was being occupied, all I could do was carry in the corner of the inn. Marlowe kept me company and told me that we'd be saved and would be okay. I used to think he was kind of an oaf, but maybe my opinion of him has changed just a little. When it happened, I was so scared that I couldn't even insult him like I usually do. I'll have to thank Marlowe for reassuring me. Progress. I will get in the building. Heiyue served me some soothing herbal tea earlier. It's been helping me let go of the troubles of the past week. I I'll have to thank Heiyue and Lin. Heiyue and Lin went to the old deserted mine to take care of some monsters for us. I have to thank them both for their service. The SSS. Sorry for everything Mines has been through, Mayor Bixon. Yes, we haven't had much direct damage, but everyone is just in a state of perpetual shock. We're coping as well as we can with the help of the bracers. Can you imagine how horrible this has been for all of you? Thankfully, things have calmed down somewhat. Doing everything I can in my power as mayor to help the town in the meantime. I know you all have a rough go of it too. Keep safe and best of luck. Doing everything I can in my power as mayor to help the town in the meantime. You all have a rough go of it too. Keep safe and best of luck. Jeez. When the bad guys showed up, the miners fought back to protect the town. They were no match though. Dad even got hurt when they pushed him out of the way. It wasn't too bad, but it still made me worry. Dad and the miners fought back against the bad guys, but couldn't stop them. Still worried about him. Yeah, you would be, you would be. I never would have guessed that mines would be occupied by Jaegers. It was like going back to Crossbell's era of disputes. What is happening to our state? Like there's power plays, but not on 2 sides, on 3 sides. That's what's going on. Many guardsmen sacrifice themselves for our sake. When I think of their families, I'm at a loss for words. Those fallen guardsmen left behind families and loved ones forever. At a loss for words. Indeed. Okay, so... Ooh, I thought that was my car then. I was like, we'll steal his car! He doesn't need it anyway! I've been scared to go on the roads ever since the raid on Crossbell City. Duty calls though. It's in times like these that we've got to do what we can to keep the town afloat. Doesn't have to float me. Been taking turns patrolling the village ever since the raid on the city. But what happened in mines and the city, there's no guarantee our village is safe either. We've got to do everything we can to protect one another. Indeed. There have been weird monsters near the ancient battlefield recently. Kind of looked like they were wearing armor. Maybe there's some rich person's runaway pets. Kinda. Pets is not how I describe them, but you know, kinda. Aw, it's adorable. You're adorable, you two. Some scary people attacked the city the other day. We used to gripe about our village being boring and wanting some crazy thing to liven up the place. I wanted something like that to happen, though. I always thought this village was too peaceful and boring. Maybe those are actually good things. Oh yes, very good things. Stefan finally came back to the village. I hope he comes out to play soon. The person I've had to play with lately is Camille. So much more fun when Stefan plays with us. A while back, Jake suddenly had a burst of motivation. It's like he's a new man. He's still a greenhorn, but I'm less worried about his future now. I'll teach him everything I know, and one day we'll finally put up a Jake's General's goods sign. I'll just say store there so much. Just finally found some drive recently. I can finally relax. I'll teach him everything I know, and Jake's General Store is what I think. Hello, welcome to Reorganizing General Store. It's because it's store here. It's like, I recommend our specialty honey. I'm sure it will suit your tastes. How did that sound? My delivery was pretty good, right? I'll have to get good if I'm going to take over the store. Yeah, we'll see about that. It's because it says store. It's goods. It's a change in name in 2 places. It's off-putting. Stop it. I'm shocked that someone would attack the city. And somehow or another, the troublemakers are still at large. And I would be worried America could be next. Honestly, I've been plumb worried ever since the city was raided. I just can't put my all into my fieldwork. I heard the damage caused by the raid was significant. I've got to stop talking about this, it's too depressing for me. When things like this happen, we've got to do what we can to continue living as usual. Okay. Better double check, better double check. Got to visit the city during the festival this year. It was such a beautiful and captivating place. Never forgive those thugs for attacking a place where I made so many memories. Hope the police or guardian force captures them. Never forgive those thugs for attacking the place where I made so many memories. Between those attackers and Minith, wonder why there are so many bad people in the world. Those guys who attacked the city are probably hiding out somewhere in Crossbell. CGF's patrols have been out in full force since then. I feel like Crossbell's become a dangerous place to live. The raid has shaken the foundation of peace all across Crossbell. Tensions at the borders are approaching their breaking points. What will happen to Crossbell? I've already read over the latest edition of the Crossbell Times several times. Shocking as the raid was, the article detailing Ilya's injury was the most harrowing of all. As a Crossbellan, I pray that she makes a full recovery. Ilya's always invigorated the people of Crossbell. Something like this happening to her is just... I hope she makes a full recovery. As do we all. Just double check, like, further down. Oh, wait, has Carl always been there? Yeah, must have got it at some point. Mum and I went to go check on stuff in the city. All my friends and neighbours were safe. My mum was worried sick the whole time. I'm really glad everyone was okay. All my friends and neighbours were safe, honestly, we're both relieved. I never imagined something like that happening to the city. Thankfully my friends are all safe, but still, there were so many victims. Pray nothing like that ever happens again. Just chuckling to myself. I should check up here, see if... I don't think Gabe was going to have any more to say than he had previously. Yeah, we already checked on you two. That's fine. No one else down here, like she's not moved from upstairs or something. Derek and Elkin are now patrolling around the village. Supposedly, there were some unusual monsters spotted nearby. I hope they're being careful. I'm sure they're being as careful as they could be, or should be, one of the two. Okay, so... Boathouse. Well, I can't help but look forward to meeting that person. Laugh while you still can, you damn Imperial Fishing Club jerks. The guild's lethal weapon. Never met him, so I have no clue what he's like. See, this just implies I should get the fishing stuff done quickly. He should be here soon. We'll get him for sure. Just feels like I should get that done before whoever this person is arrives, sort of thing. Our guardsmen who were hospitalized at St. Ursula still aren't in stable condition. They're luckier than our comrades who lost their lives on the mountain path. I'm usually pretty calm, but right now I can't control my anger at all. So one day, we'll give the Red Constellation the payback they deserve. Oh my. The CGF's inability to defend Crossbell in its time of need was perhaps its greatest failure. Instant near mines reduced our overall military might, but really that's just an excuse. To fulfill our duty to the people, maybe we should rethink how we're doing things around here. You might need some shake-up, maybe some better military equipment would be nice. If you went independent! The Republican Army is doing military demonstrations at the border near Altair. The large scale of their exercises puts pressure on Crossbell. That's probably their goal, though. The situation we're in puts more pressure on the CGF to rise to the occasion. The Republican Army is doing military demonstrations at the border near Altair. The situation we're in puts more pressure on the CGF to rise to the occasion. Those bastards who attacked the city are still out there, right? It's just great. But to avenge our comrades' honor, so we'll smoke them out for sure. Bastards who attacked the city are still out there, right? It's just great, for sure. I can sympathize with the people of Crossbell. If they had a proper army, they may have been able to keep their losses to a minimum. Maybe your mayor should have accepted President Rocksmith and the Bloodline Chancellor's proposal after all. Tension at the border is already near its breaking point as is. Even with Tangrim Hill acting as a buffer between us and the Republic, we can't relax. Got to stand tall and diligently keep our watch. to stand tall for the good of Crossbell and continue to remain vigilant. Calvard spy. Dad always gets worked up so easily. Sorry about him, he doesn't mean any offense. Can't believe a raid happened at the place I took a vacation to. What good is an organization like the CGF if it can't even protect a city? I don't want to be in this dangerous place anymore. Raj and I are also mourning the loss of the CGF endured. Even if we aren't enlisted ourselves. The guardsmen who fell did so while Crossbell was fighting a losing battle. Can't imagine what they were going through. At the very least, I'd like to raise the spirits of the remaining guardsmen. Ken, it's like, other than the guardsmen, it's like I would have liked some more losses around just so we had a better impact ourselves. I was in America Village when the raid happened. I was eventually able to contact Heiyue and my dad and confirm that they were both safe. I was so relieved. I should be going home soon. I'm still so worried about Ryu and Dad. For many Crossbellans, Ilia Platere shines as brilliantly as the sun. In other words, those Jaeger SOBs, alright, stole our light away. Sorry, I should be getting back to work. It's hard to take my mind off wondering whether she'll ever perform again. I heard that Ilia Platere still hasn't woken up. Sorry, I should be getting back to work. Fair enough, mate, fair enough. Let's go to the top first. Cook. Thanks to those damn Jaegers, the CGF is in shambles. Honestly, if we're ordered to fight them again, I would be tempted to run away. What are we going to do? I was told to fight those Jaegers right now. I'd honestly be tempted to run away. What are we going to do? Heard my long-time buddy Brood from Belgar Gate is safe and sound. Even knowing that, I can't rest easy. CGF has suffered heavy losses. Honestly, I'm kind of terrified of what the future holds. All I can do is prepare myself for the worst. Indeed. Indeed. Did I get that one? It's bugging me. Yes. Every time I see one, I'm like, Wait, hold on. No one in here. Good. Sergeant Major, I was glad to hear that your sister is alright. Yes, but it's hard to be joyous right now after all the CGF's losses. I deny it's been difficult for us. In any case, I think we should cherish our blessings like your sister's well-being. Thank you. It means a lot to me. We've got to stay strong in situations like these. That's what it means to be a guardsman. We face the fire and even give our lives, all for the sake of Crossbell and its people. Indeed. Thanks for the help, Special Support Section. With your help, our heap of issues is one problem fewer. We've been short-staffed since the raid, so I appreciate you all lending a hand. Oh, not a problem, Deputy Commander. We have to come together to help each other in times of trouble. The CGF suffered heavy losses, didn't it? How long will it take for the Guardian Force to be fully reconstructed? Given the current state of international tension, I can't give you an honest answer. But when Sergeant Major Seeker returns, it'll be the SSS that is short-staffed. Take full advantage of Sergeant Major Seeker's contributions to our organization. They're going to help us rebuild from a more fitting post. Hold up, you mean a promotion, right? Damage to the CGS morale cannot be overlooked either. Several guardsmen have become too terrified to continue serving after seeing their own comrades fall in the line of duty. Perhaps even more troubling are the members who swallow that pain by channeling it into anger or hiding behind their pride. He is right. I'm sensing that from the guardsmen here. To restore their morale, we are going to need excellent officers. Nothing is set in stone yet, but I believe that describes yourself, Sergeant Major. I don't know how I'd compare to someone like Second Lieutenant Morale. As long as the Guardian Force needs me, I'm going to devote my everything to it and to Crossbell. Thank you. Difficult road lies ahead of the CGF, but I believe we can navigate it with guardsmen like you. To aid in reconstructing the CGF, I want to have Sergeant Major Seeker move to a more fitting post. Difficult road lies ahead of the CGF, and I believe I can navigate it with guardsmen like you. That's nice. It's quite lovely, isn't it? No one out here? Alright, so let me check on the fisherman.